Good evening, one and all. It's Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey here. Yeah, my name is Matt. We're situated in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And we're rapidly approaching 8 p.m. Our host tonight, VA3LBI, Larry, will take us through the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew. Go ahead, Larry.
Good evening all, and welcome to the Friday Night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. There's a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. My first name is Larry, and I'm located up here in the East Hamilton Mountains. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or would like to add to the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3I, for using as repeaters. Please remember, using a repeater is no religion, politics, or foul language. Last but not least, please let the repeater drop in their conversation so others can get in. Thanks, Mac, for streaming it live on YouTube. If you want to see Mac on the live stream, it's VA3IMW. Look for the live button, and please subscribe and like. I get check-ins Friday night ZOE Ragchew, and I think it's Gary's in there too tonight. So come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3IMW.
VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf. VA3 Romeo Uniform Alpha.
Right, we got a few check-ins there. ANCA, IW or IMW, WPG, and I believe it's RUA is the other one I got too. All right, any other check-ins? Friday night, Ragchew, come on in, VE3LBI. Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
VA3SLJ.
Great, we got a good start. I know Dave is away tonight, so we won't hear from him. Just a quick note, we were talking about the M1CC, I guess, for the 30th. Sherman Falls, if anybody's taking it, is a walk-in, so I'm not sure if anybody wants that one or not, but you will have to walk into it. All right, Wade's up first. Come on in, Wade. How's your week been? Everything going okay? VA3INCA, VA3LBI.
VA3LBI, VA3NCA. Yeah, doing pretty well. I just got up from a bit of an old man nap this week. I'm just recovering from that head cold. My voice is a little better, but still a little bit of a tickle there. It's hopefully I'm on the mend now. Feeling a lot better than I was, just tired. So, but other than that, not much. I hope everybody's doing well. Good to hear Chris in there. Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're doing well. And I believe I heard Ray in there as well. I don't think I've heard him on the air lately. Welcome back to the net there. And yeah, other than that, we had a bit of excitement at the end of the week there with a 0-day sort of vulnerability in Linux that got publicized. There's a lot of suspicion going on there that this is one of those computer vulnerabilities found by AI. The AI has found a bunch of vulnerabilities that are particularly nasty because they're long-lived and they're abused because they're chained together. So pick two vulnerabilities that on their own aren't so bad, but chain them together and it's worse. So one of those was released early before the vendors had a chance to patch them, and so there's really not a lot of great solutions to patching them right now until the vendors catch up. So we've had a busy couple days since that all hit the ground on Thursday night. They're calling it Dirty Frag. I don't know where they come up with the names, but that's what they're calling it. Anyhow, other than that, not much else. Got the hopefully the week is over and we maybe get some more relaxing time on the weekend. Back to you there, Larry.
It seems our friend AI is causing more problems than it is to help. I say that, but I don't know. It seems to really be causing a lot of problems.
Yeah, I agree. There are limited, there's a lot of hype, a whole lot of hype. A few limited, really good use cases, and then a couple that are real negative cases, and this is certainly one of them. Anyways, it's, I mean, I guess in the end, these things will be patched, but there will be a chunk of time in there where there will be vulnerable systems, and it really takes something that would be a very skillful attack if you were to do it on your own, and it automates it to the point where anybody who can follow a script can do it. They call them script kiddies. If they can follow a script, they don't actually have to have the technical ability to pull it off. So that's not the type of actor that you want to give more tools to. Anyways, this, like many other times, we'll get through, but it's going to be disruptive, and the jury is out as to whether it's net positive or net negative, I think.
Interesting, mate. So you sound like you still got a bit of a cold there, but I take it you're getting over it?
Yeah, I think so. I've been, it was worse at the start of the week, for sure. I even took Monday off, which, just means that the rest of the 4 days of the week, you're busier. But I took the Monday off, and then I worked from home the rest of the week, with the exception of a day or two, a couple hours I had to go in, but I tried to avoid people when I was in, just get my stuff done and leave again. Things are better now, but I got a touch of it still, and if I overexert myself, I end up coughing, so that's probably going to be the part that lingers for a little bit longer.
Yeah, the piece that hangs on. Where'd you pick that up from? I think you said your daughter, possibly?
Yeah, she was sick just beforehand, and she just come back from school in Toronto there, so probably that type of an infection path, I'm sure. But everybody, I think I'm the last one to get it, so hopefully that means we're done with this. We're not going to keep passing it around, so I guess there is an end in sight. But I do have to get it all taken care of before the end of the month, because at the end of the month we have a group of us from work who are going to do a road cycling ride out to a conference we have in Waterloo. So that's a 75K ride, and if I had to do it today, I don't think I could do it with the lung capacity I've got. So we plan to go out riding on the 31st, the day after our N1CC event, and do a 75K ride into Waterloo, stay there for a 3-day conference, and then ride back the way back. And then actually the very next weekend, I think I'm going to end up being a sweeper. So that's the guy who rides and makes sure nobody's lost on the track behind a 75K Bike for Mike local charity bike ride. So I'm looking forward to that too. That's the weekend after I do my round trip to Waterloo.
Sounds kind of interesting. So you're right up there, go to the conference, and then you ride your bike back. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, before I got back into cycling, there was a group of people at this particular conference that would make a point of riding out to it wherever it is. This is a conference that moves all around Canada. They were largely located at York University, and the most crazy one of all, it was before I was back into cycling, otherwise I might have been dumb enough to join them, but the strangest one was we went to Laurentian, which is up in Sudbury, sorry, it's in Sudbury still. It's a hell of a long bike ride. They did it overnight, so they rode, they camped, and then they rode until they got to Laurentian there. So that was pretty epic. This isn't nearly that bad. It's only 75K. It should be a really nice ride through rural routes there.
Quite the ride. So, okay, Wade. Anything else before I pass it down to Mac?
No, that's it for me this round. I'll be here for the duration though, and yeah, you can ask Mac about his nice new riggy showing off on stream there. It looks nice. I think do you say this is 7,000? I'll pass it back to you to pass it to him. Thanks again, Larry VE3LBI.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Lee. Yeah, it is nice looking piece of equipment he's got there. The 7,000. So, all right, Mac, you're up. VA3LW, VE3LBI. Come on in, Mac.
Good evening, everyone and all. The clock starts now. Yes, the Icon 7,000. I managed to secure this from Bill, VE3MRX. I met with him last Saturday morning. So we had a nice chat over a cup of coffee, and yeah, he passed this along to me, so I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't ventured down to the HF bands with it yet. The menu system is a little bit less intuitive than my other Icon radios, but I'm slowly getting used to it. And Albert, you were absolutely right. It does tend to heat up if you exercise it too heavily. So you got to keep an eye on the temperature. And let's see, other than that, you don't need to hear about work. Travel was fine. I finished up my Ontario Corps training last night and submitted my application for a security check. I got an email from the system this morning just before 6 o'clock, and lo and behold, they called me a deplorable volunteer. So no, I'm deployable. That's it. Maybe a bit of both. So yes, I think Bill is also going through that same sign-up process. And then once you get through your training and your security check, the system sends you an email. You go in and update with all your skills and abilities. So there I am. Hopefully, a few more of our amateurs can get recognized as volunteers for the Ontario Corps, and if need be, we can help facilitate communications. Back to you, Larry.
When you're doing the course, are you able to stop partway through it and continue, or do you have to kind of complete it in one shot?
Oh no, it's interactive, so you can pause it at any point. So there's two 60-minute sections that you need to complete. So you don't have to do it all in one big bite. You could do one section, or you could actually take it in 15-minute bites, or anything smaller than that. But there is sanity check questions that are posed to you throughout the presentation. So it's quite interesting, and I'm kind of enthused to see how this pans out. Right, this is a fairly new system that's been rolled out in Ontario, and yeah, I'm interested to find out when I'm first going to be notified that they need my services for something, whether it's a weather event or something else. But we shall see.
Yep, sounds quite interesting, Mac. I'm glad you just put that up there. I know that, like I say, Jason had talked about it. I believe he might have signed up already. He spoke about it, I believe, last Friday night and put it in our Discord there, the actual website. So if anybody's interested. Now, let me just say hello to Gary there, too. We got Kilo Romeo 4 Juliet Golf Delta. Say hello to Gary there. He's viewing us on YouTube. So I see a couple others, but I think they're basically all on the net here tonight anyways, yeah, that sounds good, Mac. So I obviously they do some type of a police check on you and make sure you are who you are.
Yep, and that was the information that I uploaded last night after I finished my two training segments. and obviously the system got feedback that quickly. Typically, the police checks or security checks take a number of days. Obviously, AI must have told them that I'm okay. Does that make you feel any better?
Right. And Wade just put in there, he says he signed up a while ago, but he hasn't done the training yet, so he's has to get back to it. So AI makes mistakes all the time, Mac. He's like, yeah, I'm sure it does.
Yeah. So I was listening along with Wade talking about AI generating malafant opportunities. I guess any tool that can be put to good use can also be put to poor use, right? So you know, we have equipment that hunters use in order to secure um, their prey, and sometimes when those that type of hardware is used for the wrong reasons, it is counterproductive, right? So same thing applies to software technology and um, artificial intelligence or lack thereof. Anyways, I'm along for the ride, and yes, May 30th is quickly approaching. Sherman Falls as a walk-in, yes. However, nobody signed up for that park yet, and I think we're probably going to be down to, well, so far, four locations, and those will seem to pan out unless anybody puts their hand up for an additional park there. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep, okay, sounds good, Mac. All right, we'll get back to it in a few minutes there. We can talk a bit more. I also see that Matt's signed in there on YouTube, and I see Chuck's in there too. So maybe just pick up Chris, and then I'll pick up anybody else who's in there. VA3WPG, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chris.
Hey, good evening, everybody. VA3WPG. A couple things I might have to drop once to reset, but we'll see what happens here. Number one, just to address Wade, yes, I haven't been on that much lately. Got some other stuff I'm dealing with right now. As Max says, radio is priority number 60-something or 70-something. Maybe he can fill me in on the correct number. That's number one. Number two, I can't remember. If I remember that, we'll come back on the next round. Number three, I got a Outlook app for my computer. I'm adding all my email addresses in, and on April the 1st, I guess that's April Fool's Day, I got a message from a Christian, and let me reset. It says, hello, Chris. That is my correct name. My name is Christian, and I believe you were the gentleman I had met at the park last weekend. We were the guys that were messing around with the RC cars. You had invited us over and showed us your setup and educated us on the hobby. If this is the right guy, I just wanted to extend my sincere thank you to you. It's awfully nice seeing people passionate about something and willing to share their passion with others. I'm currently reading up on becoming an amateur radio tech. If you're ever in the parks again, I'll have to swing by. Christian, get Outlook for iOS. Now, this came in on April Fool's Day. Last weekend would put this at March the 28th. Wait a second. May, January, February, March. April Fools would put us at the weekend of March 28th and March 29th. So if you were out at my last activation was not since winter at Whitehorn Park behind City Hall there. So if you were out activating March 28th to 29th, this message may be for you if you ran into somebody with some RC cars. So if that was you, let me know, and I will forward you Christian's email address. That's all I got for now, unless I remember what I had to say for the second part on number 2. With that, we'll throw it back to the net for now. VA3WPG.
Okay, Chris. Was anybody else activated on that weekend, March 28th, 29th?
And talk to somebody who was using remote control cars.
I guess, unfortunately, Chris, you didn't say which park, right?
Negative, they did not say which park. All I got is they were with remote control cars. The hams invited them over to show them their radio equipment.
Got me on that one. Don't know. Unless somebody else remembers if they actually were doing an activation on the 28th or 29th in that area.
Anyways, people can think about that. I just was going to mention that because that was at me, but that was obviously not me since I was not at the park. But people can check their logs and think about it, and if they see an activation and they remember some RC cars, let me know, and I'll forward you the guy's email address.
Okay. All right, very good. Thanks, Chris. All right, anything else?
Not until the next round. There was a number 2 to my comment, but it seems to have slipped my mind, so we'll see if it comes back. VA3WPG.
All right, not a problem. Thanks, Chris. All right, before I pick up Brian here, any other check-ins? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew, come on in. VE3LBI.
VA3IMW reject.
VA3CJZ. VA3XLJ. I got you in there, Vanya. I've added Chuck, and back up to Matt. Go ahead, VA3MW.
Yes, I activated Iroquois Heights, Iroquois Falls, that place on the 29th, and I do recall seeing a couple of guys that were kibitzing around with some RC cars. What I don't recall is any interaction, so I think that was the same day that Dave and his buddy came trouncing down the path, and they had just finished up a CW activation. So I'm not sure I'm the guy that that had any communication with these folks, but it's kind of unique that I did witness somebody racing RC cars up and down the street in front of the park, but I don't recall having a chat with them. Anyways, hello to everybody. Nice to hear Vonnie in there as well. Yeah, some of these people, we miss them from time to time. Okay, Larry, thanks. I'll turn back to you.
And since I wasn't there at the time, I'm just confused how my call sign and email got involved. Anyways, not a big deal. We'll figure it out. VA3WPG.
Yep, okay, fine, guys. All right, VA3RUA, Ryan, come on in. VE3LBI.
VA3RUA, this is Ray. Hi to everybody on that, and everybody listening on the YouTube. We did a thing and got a new antenna. I hope I'm telling it nice and clean.
Yep, you seem to be fine. I'm not sure. Where is your location, Ray?
I'm just off Upper James, not too far from the repeater as it is. Pretty much a stone's throw away from my house. I was really hoping that somebody might be sticking around afterwards and I could try some simplex.
Sure, not a problem. I'm sure you could do that. So, yep, there's usually a few that stick around after 9 o'clock, and you can give it a shot then if you wish, or you can call somebody off now and try it. It's up to you.
No, after that would be lovely. I'm still trying to secure it to the mast at the moment. It's being a little finicky.
What did you put up for a new antenna, Ray?
I found a really nice deal on an X200.
An X200? Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, yeah, I can give that a shot and see. I'm sure it'll work for you. They're pretty good antenna. Anything else, Ray, before I pass it down to the next person?
About 3.5 times more gain than my current antenna. So I'm really hoping that it gets a little bit further out there.
Nope, absolutely, yep. Okay, anything else before I pass it down?
Nope, thanks for picking me up, and back to you.
All right, no problem. All right, up next, Bill, VE3LBI, VE3LBI. Come on in, Bill.
Yep, good evening, Larry. Good evening to everyone here and also everyone on YouTube. Not too much to report here, just for max edification. I haven't done the training part yet, so I have to do that, which I'll probably do tomorrow. So I have also signed up for Ontario Court. So hopefully that process will go smoothly. So, but now that Max give me a bit of a heads up, it doesn't sound like it's going to be anything terribly difficult. Just to add to what Wade said, one of the channels I subscribe to on YouTube, I got this latest video, and it's talking about an exploit in Chrome-based browsers. I haven't watched the video yet, but what I'm gleaning from it is that you should be making sure that your Chrome-based browsers are up to date. So I just thought I'd pass that along. Other than that, looking forward to the 30th, obviously, and not too much HF work. Steve is going to make some arrangements to come down, and we're going to see if we can figure what's going on with the antenna. The SWR is not the SWR, but the matching on this thing has just gone so wonky. It doesn't seem to be too stable. So there's something going about. Anyway, other than that, not too much else to report. No, that's it. If I think of anything else, I'll chime in on the second round. Back to you, Larry.
Comment.
Yep, we got a comment there. Go ahead, please.
VA3WPG, and just something else on Chrome. There was also an article out the other day. If you use anything on AI on Chrome, they are installing some kind of 4 gigabyte file on your hard drive in some kind of a hidden folder. And if you delete it, it reinstalls or something. It was in a couple news files the other day. Again, Chrome is installing some 4 gigabyte file. If you use AI, might want to look into that. VA3WPG.
I've heard of that one as well. I haven't had a chance to watch the video. I've got a video lined up to watch later tonight regarding that one as well, so I'll try and report back on that.
So is this something that somebody has, is it like a Trojan they put on in Chrome or something?
At this point, I have no idea, Larry. It's just a video I did come across on YouTube, and I'll watch it later tonight, so maybe on the net tomorrow I'll have something to report.
I still have it queued up as well, and I haven't not watched it yet either. It's a coming up thing.
Okay, I'd be interested to find out more information about it. Appreciate it. So, okay, Bill, anything else?
No, nothing else. Just I would suggest that people make sure their browsers are up to date, obviously. Other than that, nothing else right now.
Okay, thanks, Bill. Vanya, VA3XLJ, long time no hear, Vanya. VE3LBI, come on in.
VA3LBI, VA3XLJ, good evening, Larry, and everybody on the net. Yeah, a long time no here, like it's long, I mean, yeah, well, here, see, whatever I can hear. Yeah, I miss you guys more than actually you guys miss me, but hopefully within soon, I'm gonna be working a little bit more of the day shift than the afternoon shift, and I'm gonna frequent the radio waves more often. What I've done in the meantime, I mean, we talked the last time, lots of nothing, I guess, but I did manage to redirect one of those LoRa devices to listen for the CubeSats, and I do have 2 receivers, and one is working better than the other one. So I was thinking that the one which is not working as good as the other one, to improve it by installing the inline bandpass filter, and bandpass filter looks very, very nice, neat, sharp. With I can't say that it's a Jewish, but it's really have like a very steep drop-off, but what I did not do is measure the insertion loss, and ever since I put it back on yesterday, I don't think that I received anything on that receiver, so maybe I should just add more stuff to make it more simpler, I guess. So that's pretty much only radio thing which I played with lately. Let me drop. And to be honest, guys, I'm looking forward to the nicer weather, so we can go up in the parks and to see how many new parks we can activate and how far the road can take us. So yeah, back to you, Larry.
Are you going to be available for the N1CC for the end of the month there on the 30th, do you think?
I cannot promise you anything, guys, but I'll do my best to occupy one of the parks. So I just have to find all my hump sticks because ever since he went back home and I emptied my car, I really have a hard time tracking what went where. Plus, on top of that, my wife, she decided that my things have to be organized, and you see the problem.
Yes, I see the problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna promise that I will, but I'm gonna do my best to join you guys.
Okay, sounds good, Vanya. I see also you got Ed in there too, VE3LBI. So, anyways, I'll put him on the log here. Yeah, okay, well, it's good to hear from you. I'm glad you made it on some day shift. It sounds like you've been on afternoons forever.
Yeah, I mean, for us, afternoon shift, at least if I'm not working afternoon shift for us, will be better and it's easier to organize the life around the Martin. But now when I go, when I get my new job or whatever that job is gonna be, day shift much more often than it is now. It's gonna be rotation between day shift and the night shift, which makes it way much more easier and better for me. The afternoon shift is tough. I'll tell you guys, like it's from babysitting point of view working well, but from family life point of view, like it's really after 4 weeks, I had to spend the 1 week kind of to adjust myself to them, and second week I kind of like spent to meet them and introduce myself to them again, like it's and so on and on. So that's pretty much last 2 years like this, but it is what it is. Plus, Martin, this year is the last year of the school, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit different. Going forward as of maybe late May or early June, so it'll be good. It'll be good.
Well, that's good, Vanya. At least you know what's going on then by that time. So, all right, very good. Anything else before I pass it down to Chuck?
No, I'm gonna stay for duration here and enjoy the reminder of the net, I guess.
Well, it's good to hear from you, Vanya. It's been quite a while. So, okay, Chuck, VA3, CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chuck.
VA3, CJZ. Good evening, Larry, and all on net. First of all, I cannot type in the YouTube stream, and I also couldn't type the other night either. So I don't know if I'm being blocked, if I was a bad boy, if YouTube's doing it, or somehow I got accidentally put in a timeout. I don't know, but it's weird. I can post emojis, but if I type a sentence, it won't go through. But if I add an emoji, only the emoji will go through. So that's kind of odd. And secondly, as far as security checks, I'm afraid I wouldn't have much luck when you guys are talking about getting cleared, getting your security checks there. My name would probably come up as one of the top 10 most wanted. Anyways, Larry, horrible conditions this morning and this afternoon. I could hardly hear anyone. It's pretty bad when you got someone that's, 350 miles away in New Jersey running a kilowatt, and I can barely hear him. So it's pretty rough today. Other than that, there's not too many contests going on, but there is one of interest to us Canadians here called the Canadian Prairies QSO Party. That's going to be a short one, 1700 Zulu on May 9th to 0300 Zulu May 10th. So not that long. And that's pretty much it. Larry, back to you.
You know, I had an issue last night trying to type into yours. No. Yeah, hang on now, what's that? No, sorry. In the Max last night, I'm not sure why. I could only type so far, and I was trying to put in on 7 period 227, and it grayed out to 7 period 227 and the rest of the information. I have no idea what was going on with it. It was really strange, Chuck.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I was special. So something's funky going on with you too. All right, yeah. I was while I was listening, I was trying to type into the chat, but it won't let me. Okay, very good. I hope everyone is doing well. My grass, oh boy, it's going to be a workout to tackle that. Haven't got to it yet. I think maybe tomorrow. At least do a front yard, and then I'll tackle the backyard after another time. So the back is still sore. I can't stand for very long, Larry. So we'll see how things go.
Did you find your new treatment? I say that new, not new, but comparatively to what the other doctor was doing. How do you find this one with a different type of? Well, obviously he's freezing the area. Are you finding anything different, or pretty much the same as what your normal situation was before?
Well, I'm supposed to get a follow-up phone call about how the procedure went, and I guess I'll tell you and everybody listening here, this procedure was the most painful out of all the procedures I've had before. And as you know, I've mentioned before, they used to use intravenous pain meds. I think he needs to increase the dosage of the freezing. Very painful, Larry. And he was really sore for a few days afterwards. So, yeah. But the pain wore off after, maybe 4 or 5 days. Started feeling really good. But like I said, it's still tender as far as being able to stand. I don't know about walking, how far I can walk, but usually when I have trouble standing, it means I can't walk far.
Yeah, I hear you're saying too. So hang on 1 second, Chuck. I'll get back to you there. I also see Kenny's in there too. Victor Echo 3 Delta Alpha Charlie's in there from Meaford. And I don't know whether, let me see, who else did I see? I saw Mark in there too. I'm sure I saw his comment in there somewhere now. Anyways, maybe you're going to check in too. So yeah, it's, I guess you're going to have to wait and see a little bit longer to see how the treatments were, whether he had done anything different with the nerve endings than the previous doctors.
Yeah, well, he did say he, like I get injections as well as the cauterizing the nerve endings. That's always done in the same exact place every time. But I have injections. I get cortisone into my, they're called SI joints, also known as sacroiliac joints or sacroiliac joints. That's why they call them SI joints. And he said he did putting more medicine there. So he did say it takes 2 weeks to feel relief. So this is week 1, Larry. It was a week ago today.
Then I guess the story is time will tell. Hopefully it'll be for the good.
Yeah, I plan on enjoying myself this summer, Larry. Anyhow, thanks for doing this net, Larry, and I'll let you carry on.
other check-ins? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew, come on in, VA3LBI.
Victor Alpha 3 Bravo Tango.
Victor Echo 3 Zulu Juliet Charlie. Victor Alpha 3 Mike Hotel Victor.
Alright, I got three more there. VA3BT, VE3LBI. How you making out, Help?
Good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. We're doing pretty good. Just went out for dinner there. Got back about, 15 minutes ago. Went to the old Squire. Haven't been there in a while, so that's not bad. Other than that, just keeping busy up there in Barrie. Same old, same old. Trying to wrap it up. I got to start turning over sections of this building now to the tenant there. So we're the client. We own the building. Yeah, just keeping busy, staying out of trouble. Other than that, that's pretty much it. VA3BT.
Which Squires did you go to? The one in Upper James or the one off of Fennel and Upper Wentworth?
The one up Upper James here.
Okay, we used to go to the original one all the time. We lived in Upper Wentworth, and it was the one at Fennel. Well, it's where the what do you call it? Not used to be a beaver store, actually, was original in there, but it's in that plaza in there, Fennel and Upper Wentworth.
Yeah, we've been to that one a few times. That one's nice there too. Yeah, either or, about the same. The menu's the same.
Yep, we, like I said, lived down the street many years ago, and that was kind of our go-to. We could just walk up the street, go into that little bar, and have a nice supper in there.
Yeah, believe it or not, I got the meatloaf. I was going in there thinking, fish and chips, but went for the meatloaf.
I don't even know if he would serve something like that back when I went there back at that time. Trying to think what it was. Most of it, I think, was finger food, if I remember rightly. I think they did have fish and chips. A lot of people would order the chicken wings and fries and stuff like that. But I don't know if they had meatloaf.
Oh, they got everything now. Shepherd's pie, meatloaf, liver onions, if you like that, and all kinds of stuff.
Well, it shows you how long since I've been there. It's been quite a while now.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Go in there, get a draft or two, and good supper, and you're pretty much good to go.
I know quite often we've walked down home. Like I said, we just lived down the street. We look at each other and say, did you pay? No. Did you pay? No. Uh-oh. And of course, we go back up the next night, we pay the bill up, right?
That's interesting. Walk out and they don't even know it.
Oh, they knew us. We were, like I said, we used to go up there Friday night, Saturday quite often. We just lived down the street. It was right we lived at Upper Wentworth and Brucedale. So just up the Fennel, right?
Yeah, nice. That's all right.
Anyway, so the building's coming along, you get the tenants coming in, so you think things wrapped up then.
Yeah, we're slowly wrapping her up. Still be there till July. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of landscaping to do. All the parking lot, but I got to get going with the landscaping. That's the big one right now. So, yeah. And, of course, we're doing a lot of work along the main road, too, which is Dunlop itself. It's about a kilometer worth of work because we brought in the water main from a kilometer away and also the hydro. So the whole boulevard needs to be cleaned up, reshaped, reditched, all that good stuff.
Well, I don't think that's kind of pressure work, really, to get, you know what I mean? It's not comparatively trying to get the building put up.
Yeah, no, but, when the city's all over you, they want it done.
I guess so you can start collecting taxes.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I'll tell you, man, they really hit the developers hard, though, because that whole kilometer stretch that we did along there on Dunlop there, they not only made us, get that whole water main put down there. We could have taken a shorter route, but they made sure to go the longer route because now, for new development down the future, made us put in all new hydrants and, the whole 9 yards. That's just the way they are, the city.
Yeah, looking out for themselves, so. Okay, y'all, thanks very much. I think we got Jason in there. VA3 is ZJC. Come on in, Jason.
VE3LBI, VE3ZJC. Good evening, Larry, everybody else on net. Absolutely exhausted over here. Yield Squire is a really good favorite haunt of ours, and I'm pleased to say that there's actually a third location up by the new QTH, 15 minutes away up in Caledonia, so I'll be giving that one a check-in the coming weeks, and I will let you know if it's just as good as the one on Upper James or the OG one down there on Fennel.
There's another one too?
Yeah, up on Argyle Street in Caledonia, just at Argyle and 54, right in the corner there at the lights.
Oh, a Squire?
Yeah, it used to be. I forget what the restaurant was before. A buddy of mine's friend owned it, and they shut her down a few years ago, and Yield Squire moved in. So I haven't been to that one. I've been to the other two. I've been to the barbecue place across the street and to the Argyle Grill on the other side of the bridge there, as I've been checking out the area for the new digs.
Didn't realize he was even there. Quite often I go up to get my gas and never even paid attention.
Yeah, I think it's only been I don't know how many months it's been. I think it's just late last year that this one opened up. And yeah, as for gas, gas up there is absolutely great. 20 cents less than everything down here in the city. Other than me, I haven't done any radio stuff. Tired, I'm working and moving. One more week of work and then 3 weeks of vacation, which is when we officially move in. But yeah, keys are in hand, locks have been changed, and I'm so excited. I know you can't tell by the sound of my voice, but I'm absolutely excited. This will be probably the last day or two of radio for me. All the antennas here at the Hamilton QTH, they all got to come down the next couple of days, and it'll be a bit before I get them set up at the new site.
Yep, understandable. And so how did you make out with the, I know you're getting some work done on the property with the septic system. How did that turn out okay for you?
Yeah, that hasn't started yet. The crews will be there Monday morning, 8 a.m., so I will be up there to do the once-over with them, and they will take the next 2 days, so Monday, Tuesday to get that done, get the inspections done with the county, and we should be good to go. Other than that, the missus and I are just taking truckloads and trailer loads of stuff up. And then, yeah, next weekend, the May 24 weekend is the actual moving date, so when all the big furniture goes.
I take it you're brought now. Water up there then?
Yeah, it's split, so there is a well. It's a 90-foot well at the back of the property. But they've also installed off the eavesdrop, there's rain diverters. There's diverters off the eavesdrop system, so I can either run it out to the grass or I can divert it into the cisterns that are in the basement. So there's two 5,700-liter tanks in the utility section of the basement. Take my pick. So most of the time it'll just be rainwater. If there's no rain for a bit, we can pull from the well, and if I absolutely have to, there's a big connection out front for getting water trucked in.
Gotcha. So you got a whole tank for water too then. Yep, okay, sounds good. Well, it sounds like you're getting pretty excited to go up that way, and I bet you are.
Yeah, we've been, since Tuesday, we've been up every night cleaning and patching holes in the wall. I need fresh coat of paint in some areas. It's absolutely exhausting and exciting at all at the same time. So couldn't be happier.
Sounds good. All right. Very good, Jason. Anything else?
No, nothing else from me. This will probably be it, so I'll just give you and everybody else on the net 7-3 for the night. And I will hopefully get another check-in on a net before I actually pull the antennas down, but if I don't, everybody understands why. 7-3, folks. Thanks for doing this one, Larry. VE3LBI, back to net.
All right, Jason, have a good evening. Yeah, there's a net tomorrow night, too. Probably, I think Bill will probably be running, and I'm guessing at that. But if you get the opportunity. All right, 7-3, Jason, all the best there. Okay, Mark, VA3MHB. Come on in, Mark, VE3LBI.
VE3LBI, VA3MHB. Evening, Larry. Everybody on the net, everybody on YouTube. I've just been listening along, patiently enjoying. I got the Jays on mute here, watching the game and listening to the net. Not much going on here, Larry. I was home today, day off. I am scheduled in on the weekend. We took the dogs to the vet. He had to go in for all the shots, get them up to date, heartworm, all that stuff. Sounds like Steve and I have pretty much settled on Spencer Gorge for the N1CC there, so that's good. You know, pending any changes or decisions we make, but tentatively that's our plan. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh, max clearance. It was probably expedited, I'm thinking, because of his Transport Canada former clearance for being airside cleared to work at a federal installation there, the airport. So I wonder if that had anything to do with it. Anyway, Larry, that's about all I got. Just been enjoying the net. Thanks for doing it. Back to you, VA3MHB.
Very good. How's the shingles coming along? Is that clearing up for you?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Doing pretty well. How long has it been here now? It's been about 7 to 9 days. So yeah, it isn't quite gone, Larry, but you know, it's nothing how it was in the first 5 days. So a little rash still back there, a little bit of itch, but you know, it's just an aggravation, almost not noticeable. So yeah, I'm pulling out of it. Thanks for asking, Larry. VA3MHB, back to you.
That's good, Mark. And I don't know if I told you before. There was a lady I knew when I lived up at the other house over in Upper Wentworth over there, the people behind us. She got shingles. She got them in her mouth.
Yeah, you did. And as far as my case goes, I feel like I got off kind of easy. So mine was somewhat minor, two small outbreaks on my backside, and that's it, right? A lot of people have a lot worse time of it than I had, so yeah, we're doing fine with that, Larry. So thanks for asking. Glad to have it in my rear view, though. Let's put it that way. Anyway, Larry, I'll be here for the duration. I'll let you pick up any others that may be waiting in the wings. Back to you, VA3MHB.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, Mark. All right. Any other check-ins? Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in. VE3LBI.
Victor Echo 3, Sierra Mike November.
I thought you would have been at the trailer, Matt. Come on in. VE3SMN. VE3LBI.
Thanks, Larry. I was off this week, so I was up there last weekend and until yesterday, anyways. And came back in town because it's my daughter's birthday, so we had a seafood boil tonight, just like they do in the fancy restaurants with all the cool stuff in there. I'm not a real seafood person, so I helped with preparing and just finished cleaning up, and now came down here to join you guys finally.
Well, very good. Like I said, I thought for sure you would have been at the trailer for the weekend, but how was everything up there? Okay?
Yes, actually everything was great. It was pretty muddy. A few people got stuck. We helped them get out, like we normally do. But as far as our site and our trailer and everything, this was the first season that we left everything there in the winter. And it was real nice going up this time and just plug it in, turn on the power, turn on the water, open the slides, and sweep up and have a bonfire. It was great.
Yeah, we used to leave everything in our trailer too. At one point we were bringing the bedding back and stuff, but we ended up leaving it up there in plastic bags and put mouse or whatever towels in them to keep the mice out. And even so, obviously in the trailer too. Yes, it was very nice to pull in. I mean, the only thing I'd take was food up, obviously, but nice to pull in the trailer, plug everything in, and kind of be all set. Didn't have to lug all the stuff up there, pots, pans, and dishes, and all the bedding and all that stuff.
Yeah, you got that right. We bring the bedding home and towels and stuff to do the laundry, and we pack it up and take it back up with us, but minor details, but yeah, it was real nice. And tomorrow will be a day in Niagara Falls for the second part of my daughter's birthday. Her and some friends in the falls, and some games and some food and some attractions, and probably flying saucer for dinner if I have my 2 cents worth.
Sounds good, Matt. All right, any other check-ins? Friday Night ZOE Ragchew, come on in, VE3LBI. We'll drop back up to Mac here for a minute. VA3IMW, VE3LBI, Mac.
Victor Echo 3, Uniform Whiskey.
Or that guy too. So do you have the parks that people were interested in going to yet? I haven't really heard them all. I know, actually, if you have them, it'd be kind of interesting for everybody to hear maybe where people are thinking about going to.
Yep, so at the top of the list, you and Dave selected one park, and that one escapes me right now.
Dundas Valley.
Okay, so you're at Dundas Valley. Steve and I are at, no, sorry, not Steve. Chris and I are at Crooks Hollow. Steve and Mark have chosen the one that I forgot. He just mentioned it too. That really sucks. But the other one that I know is 100% is Dave, Bill, and Wade at Canal Park. So that pretty much rounds out the 4 that are spoken for right now.
Spencer.
Yep, that's it.
Laughing at Matt to put something in there. And have you, or have like a time been discussed, or what's going on?
No, not at all. Yeah, I thought we would just show up whenever. No, I'm sure we'll discuss in more detail a start time and so on. All of us ham operators are getting older with time, and sometimes on a Saturday morning you want to you don't want to have the alarm go off at all anyways, but sometimes an extra cup of coffee is not a bad thing. So I'm not sure if we want to get started super early, like 10 o'clock, or if we want to take a lackadaisical approach to it and try to get RF ready, just like we did for the group activation there. Start to get ready to get on the air by 11 o'clock, and at least you're actually doing stuff by 11:30. And we got to talk about frequencies. I think we'll follow one of the old patterns that we set up, and we also want to be able to figure out whether we want to tackle the difficult frequencies early, like to get 80 and 60 meters out of the way early as possible, so propagation isn't compromised. But that kind of stuff we can work through those details as the time draws near.
Yep, okay, sounds good. All right, just before I do a 7th round, I got to step away for 2 minutes. I'll be right back, sorry.
All right, Larry's stepping away for 2 minutes, so let's see. Any other check-ins for the net? This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. We'll just keep the airwaves alive.
just queuing up the Jeopardy theme song for the time away, but you beat me to the airwaves. There was a comment in there.
All right, MHV, go ahead.
Thanks, Mike. I was thinking around the same timeline as you. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but see what everybody else thinks as the time draws near. I was thinking, 10, maybe 10:30, be there, setting up, certainly ready to roll, hopefully by 11ish kind of thing. Back to you, Matt.
That'll certainly work for me. It's not too far from the west side of the hill. Not sure who's going to be the road host for Bill and Wade's crew. We haven't heard Dave in here tonight. He's conspicuous by his absence as well. But perhaps we'll take it from Wade. As far as start time, any particular preference? Now that you enjoy your weekends and you're working too hard?
VE3LBI, I got that. VA3NCA. No, I don't have a strong preference. I can't recall what our regular time is for an N1CC attempt, but whatever that was, I don't remember it, not being a good time. Let's see. On the 30th, I don't really have anything before or after planned except for this, so I'm open. I'm open to whatever the group wants to do. I know that's not very helpful, but I'm still blaming the cough medicine.
Comment, VE3IUK.
It's because of the cough medicine. That's it. No mushrooms were harmed in the making of this. Yes. Okay, Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, in the past we've done them early afternoon around 1, but I'm with the other folks here. I would say we do it the same time as we've been doing our quarterly activations.
Yeah, sometimes starting in the afternoon, things do tend to get drawn out. I know we've had a few N1CCs where we've had 6 or 7 different parks and multiple operators, and we've spent 3.5 hours collecting all of our QSOs. So this may be a smaller event, 4 parks, 2 to 3 operators per park. And maybe it'll go fairly quick, and if we can bounce through the difficult ones, the 40, 60, and the 80, 60, and 40, we'll see how that goes. But if we can strategize, and like I say, we still have some time to work out the details, right? Strategize to be RF ready for around 11 o'clock, and hopefully nothing else gets in the way.
VE3LBI.
And Edward's going to have to leave 2 days early in order to get there on time. Go ahead, Larry.
Yep, okay. Just listen along there. Instead of me doing all the way down the list here with the 7-3 tonight, because we're well after 9 o'clock, let me just ask if anybody else has anything else to add before we close the net. Come on in, VE3LBI.
VA3NCA.
Yes, go ahead, Wade.
VA3LBI, VA3NCA, and this is actually just a comment for Vanya there. On his satellite station, I have seen it on the TinyGS website. It's looking good, the one that's receiving stuff. I think he said he put a bandpass filter, and I had the same sort of a challenge. All the bandpass filters I could find at AliExpress were very narrow. And the thing about these LoRa sats is they're 70 centimeters, but they're very broad. They're not ham band 70 centimeters. They can go down as low as 400 megahertz, as high as 500. And most of those bandpass filters have narrow, like 20 megahertz bandwidths. So anyways, that's a long way to go to say. I did locate some wideband bandpass filters, and I have one for him there that next time we meet up, I'll pass on to him. But he's going to have to solder it down to a board because it's just the bare bandpass chip. I intend to put it on mine, and hopefully it does the job. But if he stopped getting any reception, I think it's probably because he got one of the 99% out there that are narrow bandwidth.
calling you. I was hopefully there to get that weight.
I do apologize. I was just the VA3LBI. I was just going through my phone. I had some text. The coworker, actually the guy I worked with for past 10 years, he retired last week. So I was just going back and forth with him with some messages because he's moving back to Romania, and he was just letting me know what he's done, what he didn't. And I was actually I asked him how far he is, because he'll be pretty much putting everything onto container and shipping it in a week or two, and that's around the same time, and he's gonna be leaving. So I was trying to figure out when is the best time to see him, and maybe have a lunch together before he departs. So regarding the LoRa thingy, pretty much whatever Wayne said, that's Wade said. That's most likely what is happening. I do have a little preamp, so I was thinking I'm gonna just put it in front of it and just force as much of the signal through it. So we'll see how that's gonna work, because I'm running off of the power bank in a shed, and it's not the greatest place to be because I have to change a bank every 2-3 days, but it seems to be somewhat working. So it's work in progress when it comes to those two units. But as Wayne said, if you have that second filter, which is much more wide, that most likely would help, because this one I did just check the how narrow it is, and it's from a 380 to 440 or whatever it is. It's kind of fine, but the problem is when most of those filters, when the I don't know how to say this, when the skirt is steep and flat down, which this one is, they usually have a much bigger insertion loss through the filter, even through the portion of the band which they are letting it through, because whatever the reason that thing is, I try making one just simulate one, and the insertion loss, it's sky high if I want those drop-off walls to be kind of narrow and straight and sharp. But I don't know, is it my turn? But I would just assume it was VA3XLJ.
VA3XLJ, VA3MCA. Actually, that bandwidth of a filter should do pretty well for you, because you'll only be cutting off the stuff above about 440. So that's a better bandwidth than the ones I was able to find. Now, the one that I have for you here, it is really nice and wide. It's about 390 up to about 500. So I don't have it in place on mine yet, but the other thing you could try is just that preamp, because that's all I'm running. I'm running a preamp without a bandpass, and I'm getting about 300 decodes a day. Anyways, I won't hold it up. I do have this chip here sitting for the next time our paths cross, and maybe some combination of preamp and this chip will help you out. Thanks, Larry, for letting me jump in there. I'll say my 7.3s now. Thanks again for doing it as always, and I'll send it back to you. VE3LBI, VA3MCA.
Yep. Okay. Very good. Anybody got anything else to add before we wrap it up? I'm not going to do a 7.3 optical list tonight. Anything else to add? I know Chris had something else you wanted to mention. Did you remember what it was, Chris? VA3WPG?
VA3WPG, that would be a negative, so it must not have been all that important. 73, everybody, have a good night.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Anybody got anything else you want to add to the conversation before we do a wrap up?
VA3IMW.
Go ahead, VA3IMW.
All right, just for information, VE3RUA, Ray, I'll be sticking around here, and we can organize a simplex test in order to test out your new X200. So thanks again, Larry.
Yep, okay, I had it to mention out there. All right, let me just mention a couple people here then. So we got the Kilo Romeo 4, Julia Golf Delta Gary, and we had Victor Echo 3 Delta Alpha Charlie, and also Victor Echo 3 Victor Yankee Tango. They're all on YouTube there. I don't think I missed anybody. I hope not. It was on the YouTube. So, all right, instead of running down a 7.3 list, what we'll do is wrap it up tonight. Again, thanks everybody for joining in tonight. Like I say, I write down the call signs and the names. You make the net by the conversation. So appreciate that. I'd like to thank Terry VE3LBI for use of that repeater. Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. We turn the repeater back to normal use. I'll say 7-3. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
And that'll bring the live stream to a close as well. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.